Are you looking for a super easy way to create custom thumbnails for your YouTube videos that doesn't take forever? I got you covered. Let's do this. Welcome back. I'm Karin Carr, and on this channel I teach real estate agents how to attract more business because cold calling sucks and friends don't let friends cold call. My YouTube channel is hands down the best lead generation strategy that I have ever used in the 16 years that I've been in real estate, and you probably know that by now because if you've been watching this channel for a while, you hear me waxing poetic about YouTube on a daily basis. Wow! I have an awesome Facebook group called YouTube for Real Estate Agents, and people are constantly asking questions about thumbnails in there. They know that they're important, but they don't know what to do to make these thumbnails look good, and they want to do it as simply and easily as possible. So today I'm going to talk about how do we take photos for our thumbnails. It's actually a very simple process. Here's what I do. The first thing you're going to do is get your camera out. I don't recommend that you use your computer with the webcam because it's not terribly high res. Like, I know that the webcam on my computer is only 720p, which is not that great. So unless you have an external webcam that shoots in 1080p or 4K, skip the webcam, use your phone or a camera. Now we're going to turn it on and film. It's not in camera mode. We're not taking stills. We're taking a running video. Now, in my last video, I was talking about batching content and how do you come up with topics for your videos. So assuming that you've already done that, you have already come up with 4 video ideas. Now we're going to think about what would the image on the thumbnail be that is relevant to the topic of the thumbnail. One of the mistakes I see a lot is somebody does a really serious subject, but the image on their thumbnail is this huge ear-to-ear grin, which doesn't make sense. Oops. Conversely, if it's a really upbeat video and you're making some face on your thumbnail, it doesn't make sense. So think about what is the video about and what is a facial expression that would go well with the topic of the video. Now I simply just start striking poses and I hold each one for a few seconds. So a typical thumbnail photo session would look something like this. Now you'll notice that I scooted my chair to either side of the frame. Why did I do that? Well, if I'm off to the side, now I can have some text on the screen next to me and there's plenty of room. Or you can just stay right in the middle and know that you're going to remove the background of your photo. So now it's just your silhouette, your cutout that is a PNG. We're going to create a different background and put your photo on top of it. However you decide to do it is what's best for you. Now I play the video back and I like to put it on slower speed. And then I just take screenshots. So I save screenshots from each pose that is worth using, that I like. I save all of them to my computer. I upload them all into a folder in Google Drive, and I give them a name like smiling pointing left, looking surprised, angry, confused, worried, excited, looking at phone and shocked. Just give them a name, something that you can remember. Put them all in that folder, and now when you share that folder with your video editor, they have all of these images to use to make you a really good looking thumbnail. Now just remember that you do not want to be too far away in these photos. You do not want to be from the waist up for the most part. We want your face to be fairly large on this thumbnail because remember, a lot of people are watching videos on their phone, and if your face is this big, they're not even going to be able to make out who you are. So we want your face to be fairly large on these thumbnails. Once these photos are ready to use, you're going to either import the whole folder into Canva, and you can make them in Canva. You can make your thumbnail in PicMonkey. You can use Photoshop. You can use any number of apps on your phone like Superimpose X. You can manipulate the photos in Lightroom. You can do whatever you want, or you can just let your editor do it for you. So that's it. I recommend that you do this about every 3 to 4 months so you constantly have new photos to use, especially when, your hair keeps changing all the time, like some people I know. And if you only have to do this a few times a year, it's a very easy thing to do. Just put it on your calendar and time block it out, because if you don't schedule it, it doesn't get done, right? If you're wondering how to stay consistent with your content creation calendar, this video popping up right now is going to be your best friend. This strategy is what has allowed me to make a weekly video every single week for 4 years straight.